Hello, my name's the Dank Oreo, and today we're going to be talking about the tier list I made for Heroes Evolved and why these lane positions are why they are, or why you might be questioning why it is there. But anyways, we're going to be talking about why I put everybody there. So, starting off with the jungle, we have Wolfram, Zhao Hades, Brady, Methos, Ashura, Fumiko, Sion, Hattori, Scarlet, Zoro, Nightshade, Wukong, and Condor. These are people typically in the jungle because they have high priorities to get later on in the game or even early in the game. Heroes like Wolfram can start doing stuff early, like hitting the tower because of his third ability, Bloodlust. He is able to retrieve HP back if he hits something. So yeah, that's pretty good. These are all heroes as well that need gold and experience to survive basically the late game. If these heroes can get to the late game, it can be pretty scary. It can turn over to the favor side of who has these heroes, or these heroes will cost you the game just because of how good of an ability each of these heroes have. So some of them are equipped with stun, some of them are equipped with a lockdown ability, some of them have a silence, some of them can go invisible. They have dashes, they have jumps, they have teleports, they have blinks. They have great range as well. When I talk about range, I'm talking about Sun Wukong. His ultimate ability can go pretty far across the map. It can go from top to mid, relatively easy, and he can provide ganks with no problem, as long as he got to the ultimate. So, going over to the next one, we have top lane where we got Mikio, Lilith, Yang Jin, Zhang Fei, Solus, Dragos, Athena, or Heredias, I mean. Damon, Fauna, Dr. Matt, Galahad, you get the point. These are heroes that have either CC abilities or they have really good potential to have a high damaging ability. So, these are heroes good to defend the enemy team who has the enemy buff. When you're a top side, you're actually facing the enemy jungle buff, so you're going to be defending someone who has it. And these heroes are normally good to defend against that jungle buff. So to point out a few heroes again, Venom, Rockman, Electros, Neja, Bomb Bomb, Raker, Zhao Dune, Tiamat, Belu Shiman, D.I. Renji, and others. These are just people who are great at defending and putting offense onto the team. Lulu as well, she's another great one that has heals and movement speed for the team when needed. She's also really good at being a control inside the 5v5 team fight. She can go in alone and survive as much as possible as long as you're there to back up Lulu. But yeah, these heroes have good shielding abilities or great damage or just great gap closers. These are heroes that can defend the job even if they have the enemy buff equipped with them. Yeah. So, Naya as well, or Dr. Mad, good poke, good damage, nice way to put pressure on the lane. So yeah. Middle lane, we have Lunaria, Magica, Cleopatra, Zoe, Yuki, Nosferatu, Omega, lower lane, Linlin, Siren, Floor, Hegemon, Elvira, Albus, Absalon, Damascus, Zed, all of these heroes into the mid lane. I put these heroes there because they actually need the golden experience more than any other laners on the game. Reason being because magic resistance is very low in this game for every hero who has it. And if you have these mid laners to achieve solo experience and solo gold, they will be able to one-shot people from the enemy team just because they're so high in magic power, you know? Ying Zhang, he would be good for someone to have solo gold and experience just because his ultimate is really good and has a really long radius of his ultimate. Another great hero who would be good at leveling up fast would be Hegemon, Flavia, Lorelei, or Zoe. Cleopatra as well can do really good when she has the ultimate. So prioritizing these heroes to get rotates are really good. These are also heroes that sometimes have stuns, but most of the time, a mage will have high damage instead. So, yeah. I like these heroes as well. They're not too hard to play, not too easy to play either. They actually have their own difficulty when you play them. Yeah, like Omega, he has like all these different types of mana abilities, but you know, whatever. Bottom side, we have Cao, Gideon, Diana, Apollo, Penguin. Already, you can tell that it's a very diverse list. It has tanks, it has range, and it has a little bit of magical damage mixed in there. Bottom side heroes are heroes that are playing on the bottom side of the map that has a jungle buff and possibly people you will see in the top lane. So these will be heroes to synergize with your top lane and to provide a great team fight later on in the game. Heroes such as Tartarus, Borgon, Minos, Murdoch, Apollo are really good for starting a team fight. They can go in and out pretty easily with these occupying heroes around them, such as Bonnie, Clarice, Diana, Minerva, Fusilia, Mausia, Freya, Lapina. These are archer heroes I'm mentioning. So yeah. Armor, really big thing in the game. A lot of heroes have more armor than magic resist, but that doesn't necessarily mean that armor is really good to buy, because even then we have armor breaking abilities. We can lower your armor, stuff like that. But again, those are just your regular bottom side heroes. We're gonna be talking about the support ganker roam heroes now. Heroes such as Poseidon, Guan Yu, Lubu, Magnolia, Murray, Prosper, Kronos, Levi, Master Crane. So these heroes are primarily going to be rotating around the game as much as possible. They don't really care about the gold. All they really care about is kills or trying to put something down on the game. We'll talk about Poseidon again to show an example. Poseidon is a hero to use his ultimate to either defend or throw as an offense. His ultimate ability can actually rack up to 5 heroes or anything else in that path. When you throw that spear, it's collecting everybody that is closest to, and it's going to clump them up at the end of the ability. So what you want to do is usually synergize with these types of heroes, kind of understand what they're putting into the team fight. You need to understand that these are also very strong heroes without gold, just because their abilities allow them to do mixed amount of damage. So yeah, they either have ganks or like gap closing abilities. They're really good at keeping the team alive. They have a bunch of like abilities to annoy the enemy team. Cronia, really good for like reviving the team, as I mentioned before, but Pandora, Naiad, Daochan, Murray, Lotus, Nina, really good. Nina's actually like really, really good. If you throw her cocoon ability, it actually keeps the enemies inside that circle when it spawns. The only way you get that circle and to keep them at bay is if you land that cocoon shot. And that's only gonna it's only gonna activate if you land it. And that actually lasts for a good time. So even if Nina didn't have gold and experience, later on in the game, if she lands a really good one, then yeah,